Call on shine. In this time of prayer. Xavier, the message again was done from Gutafara, representative of the East to the Ground radio station. Blessed love. All the people say it's time that they listen till it end.
Lamont,
You better listen to.
thanks a lot for taking the time to join Earground. It's not been easy to get hold of you. I know you're a busy man with a very busy schedule, and it's.
Listen, I've been looking forward to this. I couldn't have been busy for this. I'm so excited to be talking to you. I understand your love for music, so it's really interesting to have a conversation with someone that actually cares about the music.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So maybe to start off with, can you just take us through who's LAMONT CHITEPO? When did you start music? And just the background of your music career.
I've always been interested in music from a very young age. I grew up in a village with my mom. My dad died when I was about 3 years old, so it was always me and my mother. Yeah, so it was always me and my mother, and music was something that we really loved in our family. And so I've always been a music lover. Recorded a couple of songs before I moved here, but I didn't even want to come here by myself because music to me was everything. But my family was like, so I came here. I started studying music. I also completed an honors degree in social work and social sciences.
Interesting.
So as much as I'm doing music, I'm also really interested in education, and I'm due to go back to university quite soon. So music is.
So
when I came here,
you defied.
I learned about.
I wanted to
music
say you
production.
defied the notion that artists are not educated.
An artist actually, and educated. It's an artist because you get given a platform to talk. So when you have a platform to talk or to represent a people, then you need to know what you're talking about. So I think it's very important for artists to even take classes, go back to uni, pick a subject, do things, just improve yourself. Yeah.
Sorry, my daughter is there. She's
I don't
watching me, but
know
also
I
I don't know if you know. She also wants to join the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to join the conversation? And then 10 years, she would say, I was actually, 1 second. She would say, I was part of it. Let me just show her face once, and then she can disappear. Chido, Sagba, hello.
Hi, Chido. Hello. Hi. You okay?
That is you see,
nice,
so
nice. You got a lovely daughter there, man.
Thanks a lot, man. So the mom is with the boy who's trying to sleep now.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do this. Yes. So which village was that? You mentioned that you started music from the village. And where was that?
So I'm from Manicaland, Bonda Sadziwa village. That's where I'm from. Tisana Achu.
So are you related to the Chitepo?
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow.
My dad,
so you come from royalty?
That blood is in me. That blood is in me, yeah. So we've always been conscious that our uncle was a great man. We've always been, even where we come from, people always look at us and say, Chitepo. So as much as we're not necessarily financially, out there, but we are a great people. And people, when I go Kumusha, people always remind me, do you actually know who you are? They always try to keep telling me that, Herbert Chitepo, he was a nobody. He was, at Bonda where he grew up. It was, his parents actually died. He didn't have anybody to look after him. Like things like that, and he took education quite seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you can continue. You had left where you mentioned that you had to relocate to UK and study, but also you kept doing music.
So what happens is that from grade 0 to 7, I'm Kumusha, basically learning things about Kufuzamonde, Temahuni, Gazrafins, Chichi, so I'm being grounded, basically. And then, but in the holidays, we go to the city. That's where we find out what's hot, what's really banging. And music-wise, in my family, there's always been wars, Guti. Me and my sister, we always wanted to listen to R&B, hip hop. At the time, it was Radio 3, and my mom would always want Radio 2. So it was always like
I can
we had
relate.
to make decisions. Guti, what's happening here? And
What gets played, yeah.
yeah, so when I moved to the city, there's no way that I would agree to go Kumusha without a radio, without money to make sure that I'm a battery, because I live by music. And my brother used to say, because
It's quite,
where I come from,
yeah.
people from Mozambique came
Uh-huh.
into my village, and they're obsessed with the radio. You know, to my
Oh,
people's radios.
yeah. I can relate to that because I come from Mount Darwin, and I remember, like, when I was a kid,
Yeah,
I remember a lot of the guys that were coming from Mozambique, especially
yeah,
during the Irana Matanga.
yeah,
They were so
exactly.
fond of radios. They used to carry them
Yes.
wherever they went, and yeah,
Everywhere, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so it was like that. It was that, that's the time I grew up. And when I left Zim after just doing one song. I left Zim when I was just turning 19. So I
Yes.
was very, very young. I came over here. Things were
Yeah,
very tough for me because
yeah.
I remember coming in England, and the following day going to work. I didn't have any
Wow.
paperwork or
Yeah.
anything like that, and I remember, I remember my sister
Just one
saying,
second. Yeah, you
"Okay,
can keep talking. You can keep
yeah,
talking. I'll be following. Yeah.
yeah,
You can take it to the.
I'll wait for you to come back."
Oh, okay. I can take it to mommy. Just one second.
Guys, if you're watching, share this live. Share this live. Let everybody know that we're out here. We are representing, trying to raise our flag, trying to represent Zimbabwe, trying to do things differently. So put the link out. Let your friends come, join in on the conversation.
Yeah.
So anyway, I arrive here. I'm 18 years old. I arrive in England. I rent a room. I'm living all by myself. I really can't do any music because I know no one here. So, and I'm working like silly jobs. I remember one day there was no work, like, and I was not my people. Things were really getting hard, tough.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
remember the farm bandages and my flyers, goodness snow, dad. And
Wow.
things
For your
was,
show or
and
other things?
no, my Jevano was in the music.
So the hustle was real.
The hustle was real, and I'm glad because my mom has always taught me good to look. I'm so resilient. I can overcome. If I set my mind to do something, I can do it. I'm
You
so
can do it.
resilient. So I overcame that, and I was able to experience some of the challenges I went through. I would never say, "Good, no, just so." No, it was necessary to build my character. Anyway, so I'm doing that, and I spent so many years not even doing anything, not doing any music, not writing, because I'm in a little like town called Crawley. Crawley
Oh,
is
okay.
like, ukatoona munhu mutema unotonakirwa kutoti wow,
It's like an all-white community.
Yeah, and then I made quite a few friends. Some of my friends who I met were quite younger than me, but they were, black, white British actually, who were into music. So that's how we started making music, making beats, and I met a lot of people who helped me set up a studio.
Yeah.
So Mike so. Obviously, I
Yeah.
didn't have the skills, so started learning to play the keyboard, started learning things, and then eventually I
Yeah.
done a music course, and then decided that I wanted to have a career to support my music, because to me that's all that really matters. It's music,
Wow.
not music. Actually, it's not just music. It's rapping my country. I
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
represent my
Representing your
country.
country.
For me, it's very important. I believe that music just gives me a platform. So I worked really hard, and I produced my first song My Way. I actually produced it
Yeah.
with my bare hands. I
Oh, really?
made the beat, recorded it, wrote it, got a
Yeah.
feature, and then got somebody. And you can tell, I was still learning, but it was the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So So I learned about music production. Nowadays, I don't really produce that much because I have to balance family life, work life. I have to
Are you
make.
now married?
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not yet married. I'm not yet
Okay.
married. That's coming up. I'm not
Oh,
gonna talk.
awesome.
We're not gonna
Okay.
talk much about that because my
Okay.
private life is so
Okay.
private.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's been a struggle in terms of balancing. So if I was in Zim, what I would just be doing is just music. But because I'm multitasking, I've got so many things to do. I'm trying to set up a business. I'm learning. I'm educating myself. I've got to be a reliable partner. I've got to
Yes.
go. So it's difficult for me, but I have to learn to still try and make sure that I stand out and do what I'm supposed to, what I'm put here to do.
And how has been the experience? How's been the response, especially for your towards your music? Do you think you're getting enough support? Do you think you're making progress? How do you rate from the times that you did My Way up to now when you've done Vuka Vuka?
I think one of the challenges that we face is that when you look at my statistics, people that actually listen to my music right now, it's UK and Zim, but most of them are in Zim. But then with my people are in Zim, I'm not there. I don't get to meet my people. I don't get to talk to them. I go to Zim very rare. So connection actually, I really don't know what's happening on the ground in Zim. My
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
it's just pure music. There's no gimmick. There's no gimmick. I'm just all about music. It's all about the sound, the beautiful sound. That's what matters to me. Not shocking things, but beautiful sounds that can calm you. Because music for me it's therapy. When I make it and it's nice, it makes me feel so good. So it's therapeutic. That's how I want people to feel. But I think music gets to a point whereby people get desperate. Radio play, I know a lot of musicians complain about radio play from England.
Are you getting a radio airplay in Zoom?
Here and there, but it's not just people that are in the UK that are not getting airplay. People in Zimbabwe who are not getting airplay. Radio only jumps on a song when it's big, so that they get relevance. They don't really care about whether a song is nice or not. They don't care about that. They're not
But how
into.
does it get big if it doesn't get radio support? So it's like what the streets push it.
That's how Deep Zim Dancer came up because chinotangira mbare choiswa pamaCDs chotendera and then vototanga kuita zvinhu zvavo zvisine radio and then radio be like Killer T, but you know what I mean, he self-made himself. They were not involved in that journey. They were not involved in Killer T's journey. They don't know how he came. They're not interested. They're really just interested in a hit song that is made to be a hit by somebody else so that they can also attach themselves to that. It's supposed to be opposite, but it is what it is. But really,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
really, my music, listen, things have changed, Shamari. Kwana internet. Vuka Vuka, we've done 100K in 4 weeks. There's
And
internet
congrats on that.
advertising. If music yeduga, spark wangu. There's no two ways about that. My music is banging. And aisikungoshika kuvanhu zvainofanira kunge ichiita, right? But there's different marketing strategies. The internet is taking over right now. The internet is taking over right now, and a lot of people, radio, are not quite aware of that either. That's why we have people like you coming up right now. This is a revolution. Things are changing. We've got you doing things like this. You know what? I'm so excited. I'm not really bothered if they don't play my song. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing, and in due time, that's what I know.
Cool. Great. And to the viewers and the listeners, you can drop in some of your questions if you have something to ask. Lamont is here for the next few minutes to talk about his music, talk about what he's up to. Right now, he's riding on the wave of his hit song, a duet with Freeman. And I noticed that it also features Knox and another
Godogo.
guy. Yes, quite interesting.
No, they're starring Godogo. He's the coach,
Oh,
the
okay,
coach
okay.
of the new school. He's
Ah,
is
awesome.
somebody that's just okay. So in terms of music, I'm really I'm okay with making music, but with marketing it, Godogo is just like showing me things, certain things that I didn't even know. Like, so he lives here in Birmingham. I was with him over the weekend. So he's a good friend of mine. We shot the video in Zim. He was in Zim. I said, Godogo, come through. I want you to play this part. He came through. He supported the video. And Knox came through the video and he just featured. So it was just all about vibes, really. Like, Knox didn't actually sing, but he just featured in the video.
So was the video shot in Zimbabwe, or it was, because I noticed some of their familiar faces that I see there, especially from dancers. I know quite a lot.
Yeah, we shot it in Zim, but people are thinking good to be shot it here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we shot it in Zim.
Cool. And who shot the video?
We had Andy Carter.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've noticed something, I think, from your first videos, that you've got a thing for quality. You know, how much is the investment? How much do you invest to get the kind of quality that you get? Because I watch a lot of your videos. There's one that I really liked, I think about 2 years or a year ago, that he shot in Cape Town. And it was awesome. And I think from even the My Way, video, as well as Malcolm Denga, these are brilliant videos. And I look at them, and I'll be expecting to see them, like on the top something, like on these chart shows in Zimbabwe. Unfortunately, it is what it is.
Nah,
But
they don't put them on there. No. It doesn't work like. But you
how
know
much
what
is the
it is?
investment towards these videos?
How much is an investment towards every video varies, yeah. Sometimes I'm gonna help you to do this. You can get an investment, and sometimes you can put money. It really varies. Like Malcolm Denga was, we just got that venue for free, really. And the dancers that came, they came from London. They're my friends, so they didn't really, because Malcolm Denga was really all about dance. What do you call it? My Way was a very cheap video, and I think everything came up to about maybe £500. That's reasonable. That's for me. I think that's reasonable.
But the quality is awesome. I'll just whilst you are there.
But I like things to be done a certain way. I like things to be done a certain. When it's not done a certain way, I am not happy.
You're not happy.
I'm a perfectionist, so I always try to go with the best.
Whilst you are there, I'll just give a snippet, because some are actually asking who's Lamont, and they had never heard your music.
Okay.
This is My Way.
What I can do back from the baby. We need to take a one.
That's funny.
We need to take a one. My way, plan my way, my way, plan my way.
Brilliant. I love this song. I love it a lot. The first time that I heard about it was actually through my young brother, Preacher. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
He said to me, look, by then I was not even doing much, blogging or promotion of music. I was still focused on dance. And he says, you need to listen to this guy. This guy is awesome. And I heard one song and I said, wow, this is great, And then I heard the next song. And I must say, you've done quite amazing music. There's a collaboration that you did with Titan. I love this song. I've forgotten the name of the song, but it's one of the songs that I really appreciate as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed working with Titan. He's fun. He's fun to work with. He's always laughing. Yeah, I went up with him. It's just a different level. I enjoyed working with everybody as well. Everyone has just been musicians per se. I've been received really well by other artists, in the game. I've been received really well. There's so much love out there. And yeah, man, it's all, I've got so much work coming up as well. Plot, you need to be ready, bro. You've got to be ready.
Somebody's actually asking, Lawson Kunyadze is in Dubai, is asking, where were you all this time? I mean, you're making great music. This is what he's saying.
I was, I was here. There's a time for everything. There is a time for everything. My time is here right now. So it is what it is. I'm glad you found out about me. Tell your friends. Keep sharing the word. Let the word go around. If the music is nice and it's making people feel better, I will keep doing it.
And in terms of performances, I've not really seen you perform. I think I've seen one time where you performed, not like live, but I've seen a video. Are you getting many shows? Are you getting to perform, or you are only recording and releasing music and videos?
Right. So since last year, between now and this time last year, I think I've only done 2 performances. The reason why is I'm quite particular. I'm quite particular on what stage I go on, because if I don't want to be on a show where somebody doesn't actually value what I'm doing, because it's not a demotivator. So what I've decided to do is we as musicians, especially here in the UK, we are creating our own platforms where we're gonna be putting out our own shows. We have the resources, we have everything. We're gonna be putting out our own shows, making sure that the shows are to a standard whereby Shava nonenda mabasa 9 to 5 and when they come to my show, I want them to have that memory, to live with that memory forever. And you know what I mean? When somebody encounters me, they have to remember. They have to be inspired. I can't go just go on stage for the sake of it.
Yes.
So I'm making sure. So we're making preparations, serious preparations. Like last weekend, we've created our own platform whereby, a lot of, Finesse Collective. The Finesse Collective is a lot of artists that are based outside of the outside of Zim, who are creating their own platforms. So our first ever show as Finesse Collective happened on Saturday. It was vibes. We were, because we all know each other in the music game. And our, people just came through. They feed off our energy. We are happy. We are doing what we like to do. It's a lifestyle. So yeah, we're creating our own opportunities. We're not waiting for no promoters or anybody else, unless if they really value the talent and they believe in what we're doing.
Great. And how do you see the Zimbabwean music industry? Where are we going? Nigerians have managed to break onto the global stage.
I think, you know what, based on what I've seen so far, I think mfano yao yaga wa muno underestimate yaga ananzitakura ka anona kuchimanya. You know why? Because he's relating to the young people, and his music is streamed shamari. He's the #1 streamed artist. Ndokukwenda music ana Davido vanenge vachiwana tens of thousands through streaming. Zvekutengesa ma-CD muchiisa ma-songs ma-WhatsApp group izvi. That era yatopfuura. Zvinhu zviri kuchinja, like I said to you earlier on. Things are changing. We have people like Jah Preza. He's going to America quite soon. We've got people like Winky D. We are getting somewhere. We are definitely getting somewhere. I think it's a slow process, but we'll get there. What needs to happen though is radio. Radio needs to recognize that they need to export talent, not to import. We cannot import talent. We cannot import people to come and collect, US dollars. We need to export people. We need people to go to Zambia and bring that kwacha. We need people to go to Tanzania and sell our culture, tell them what we are, who we are. We need people to go to Scotland. We need people to go to Mali. But if our radio stations are not hyping us up, and if a tourist goes to Zimbabwe and the first thing they're hit by is Ed Sheeran on radio, shocking, absolutely shocking. It's shocking, but that's something else. That's a discussion for another day.
Yeah, but it's quite an interesting topic that I've been very passionate about. Because I actually once said to one or a couple of radio personalities that when you listen to local radio stations, you feel like you're listening to an extension of another country.
Like over here, like I recently got featured in my local radio station here, BBC West Midlands. I'm the only African who gets featured there. Why? Because I live here. They know me. They know that I've lived in this area for 10 years. So they play their local music. Otherwise, on that show, rock, pop. All they want to do. I'm telling you this. They don't play music. They don't do that business. But when I go to Zim, I don't want to listen to radio from Zim, really. I don't tune in because I don't want to hear my songs. What's happening socially on the ground. You know, I want to know what's Zimbabwe all about. And that can be portrayed through arts and culture, even film. We have no films, we have no songs that we got on my radio. And they were found on my radio stations. Vanotofunga kuti chisalad kuridza maso and vakatosara boys area. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I don't have time for them because they're not doing anything for the country. They shouldn't be in that job. They should not be in those jobs because they're so ignorant. They don't know what's happening. African revolution is now. African music, African culture, African entrepreneurship. Africa and China are on the rise. And if we don't do that with our culture, what are we doing? What are we doing?
That's powerful.
If we don't promote our own culture and if we don't promote our own selves, where are we? Really? As this could make a sense, Saga, you know, it's frustrating, but really, you know, that it's their businesses, you know, they do what they want. You know, all I can do is with the little that I have. If I see somebody who's talented, I will lift them up and I'll continue to make music. And things will change. Like I said, things have already started changing. But
and who do you support a quota system like what we once had before? Remember, we had 75% and 900% local content.
Zvekutoimpozerwa zvekutadza kufunga wega, really zvekuimpozerwa kuti hanzi chisa 100% local. People shouldn't have to be told that. That's basic knowledge. If I turn on Shropshire radio station, I'm gonna listen to all the local artists from Shropshire, and those artists, when they make it in Shropshire, then they get taken to BBC Radio 2, then they get to BBC Radio 1. It starts on the ground. Like local radio stations pick up talent in local emomo, and then they forward and do you understand what I'm saying? That doesn't happen in Zim. And if I send my music to BBC, if I not on to my email with Lamont, we've got your song. This is, you know, we're not good. We don't think we're gonna play it now. When we're gonna play it, we'll let you know, and we'll let you know every time we play it. In Zim, I send my music there, no feedback. My music it's not boring, really. Music is system music because that's what people want to give you, what they want to hear, but they don't want to do that, and they're so arrogant about it. Things have changed. People need to travel. Actually, people need to travel. Being in the diaspora, you get to meet people from Kenya and who are within the diaspora community, and they tell you what's happening. You meet people from Pakistani and you meet people from Nigeria. And you meet, I've met a lot of people. People need to travel, especially those that are on radio, because media and arts and the arts industry, it's important in shaping. When I came here, and I did some Nigerians, my baranza actually. When I met them here, they all don't have a baranza, seriously.
Yeah. I remember I used to laugh at them as well, but now look, they are the third biggest film industry in the world, yeah.
Even music, you know, but they were consistent and were kind of like, that's all they do. They are so proud. Their culture. Sometimes, is it because they got colonized for too long? Tine culture, apart from SADS, tine African attire. I'm asking because these are things that are important. Do we? And the SADS food is not even, it's an American thing. Who are we? As a people, who are we? What are we representing? The guy in Zimbabwe the other day, like I was in Zim, not the other day, a few months ago, in December. And then my brother starts playing National Geographic, my film,
Telemundo.
And I got you, and this could have gone my film. What I want to see, I don't care about the quality, the social context of how people live. And I think Bastop TV have managed to bring some of that. You know, I want to see how people live on a day-to-day basis. I want to know about their culture. I want to know about what makes them happy. I discovered one salad. Well, I'm not talking about dream salad, but really, I'm not. I'm quite conscious.
Yeah, you're quite conscious and very informed. I mean, very interesting, because I actually didn't see our conversation going that direction, but I think it's a direction that really strikes me a lot, because I've been wondering so many times why we don't have any representation in terms of dress, representation even in terms of language, representation in terms of the music that we listen to. And when we lost Tuku, my biggest pain was just to realize that we are losing a generation of artists that had managed to create a unique sound for Zimbabwe. Had managed to take that sound on a global level.
Yeah.
And
I was no Mdaraga international. He went into without a shadow of a doubt. One song I simply one Timberland wangu. When I Dara, no. I mean, him and Mapfuma, they've done really well.
So what must happen? You've mentioned the issue of need for people to travel, especially people from the media. Radio,
they need
TV,
to travel.
Newspaper.
They need to see what's happening, because the world is changing. I have got a lot of Chinese people. They're telling me it's time for Africa and China right now. It's time for Africa and China. Because, okay, I'm not just talking about, music, for export. Right now, truku import ama Balenciaga, truku import motkari, truku import atina kana industry, kana industry no gadza kana nzara chayo. Nzara chezo. We're not exporting anything. Atina kana even culture go export. Atina chiche truku export zvinhu. We need to be able to start thinking, who are we as a people? Maybe do a bit more research on ourselves, because your history determines your identity, and your identity no put confidence on.
And being a Zimbabwean in the diaspora and being an artist and being very conscious, what exactly role are you playing? What are you doing to represent your country in terms of, telling the Zimbabwean narrative?
What I'm doing right now, I'm just putting it out there. I'm putting out my 2 senses out there, talking to you, and God has given me a platform to be an artist, not kutinengoimba. This is music chete. It's to give me a platform to talk and represent. Like I said, I represent my country. I've said that from the beginning. I was given a voice to represent my people, and that's why I was given this talent. Yes, music, but when you get to see me and talk to me, I'll talk to you about deep things and things that needs to change, and maybe things that both of us need to improve. So, really, my mission is not just about getting loads of views and groupies and all that. No, we're focused like that.
And Nomagugu Ngube, she says, possibly maybe we're focusing on one part of the country, and maybe if we to open up and have more talent from all parts of the country, that could also help in terms of really pushing the art. Because now it's mainly Zim Dancehall. We've been a Zim Dancehall country for the past 6 years. Yes, Zim Dancehall are working, but I think other genres are
but
also
they support themselves
space.
on the streets. In music, my streets, and they support themselves, and they've got numbers. Kumbare kwakawandwa. Saka chino chikangonzi. Oh, chikunetsa chi vanali zvokuita zvakawanda. Vanomboita sei? It's a culture. Waona. But what needs to happen is, like I said to you, local radio stations from Gweru ikoko vanofana kupika ma-artists avo vachivaendesa kuHarare. VakuHarare vachitora ma-artists vachivaendesa international. And it's simple as that.
Cool, interesting. Yeah, and what would you say to the new generation of artists right now? A lot of the music that we are hearing has so much profanity. Some of it is not playable in certain environments, especially Zim dancehall. What would you say? What would be your reaction? Yes, it's ghetto music, but as an artist, what's your take on that? What would you advise the young generation of artists?
I think as an artist, to know kura as time goes on, and I think it's time for them to realize that kana wapi wachini chipo cha kuimba, you need to be able to express yourself. I know it's art, regardless, whether it's profanity and it's art, and sometimes it makes people laugh. It's not quite everywhere. I'm not saying people should do that there, because we still have a culture, and we're quite conservative people. So I think it's about really just educating each other, just saying, think about see, let's talk about other things as well. Let's talk about other things. Let's think about the future. The future would be alright. Saka iwewe kana wafunga kuimba izvozvo. Do you think kuti Econet are gonna use your song for an advert? Because you need to be able to work with brands and corporates as well. So if your song is just too nasty, corporates are not gonna pick you up. It might be catchy, but that's what young people just need to consider.
I get you.
Yeah,
quite interesting. I don't know what else you'd want to share with us, but my interest is mainly on your music. What's coming next? What else are we expecting?
There's so much fire coming up, man. I'm telling you right now. There's I when there isn't fire, I won't tell you that. I won't just say it for the sake of. There's so much fire coming up. Please stay tuned, because the amount of music that I have this year that's already recorded, that's due to come out. It's amazing, and we will push it, and we will push it, and we will push it until the very end.
Thanks a lot. Quite encouraging and very profound. I must say, you said a lot of things that I'm actually, vibing to, and I think I've been enlightened in a great way. And I just want to say thank you so much for being part of this interview and being part of Earground as it's starting.
I am so proud. It's humble beginnings, but this is the future. Internet wangu. Ndoparikuita zvinhu zvese. Pamagetsi. If you ask Coach Godogo, kuti panonzi pachii? Panonzi pamagetsi. Internet. Ndoparikuita zvese.
Yes. Yeah, thanks a lot. What's your last word to your fans?
I just want to say, guys, keep sharing the music. Have a beautiful week. It's to us today was a holiday. Tomorrow we're back. We're chasing that paper. Keep working hard. Aim whatever you do the best you can.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, and I really appreciate. I'm going to sign off with your song Vuka Vuka. I'm loving it. My family
Thank you,
is
sir.
loving it, and
I appreciate
let's keep supporting. No, you're welcome.
Good people, what up, world? Straight out of Zimbabwe. It's your boy, Franklin X-Man, the guy producer from Daiparazai. And right now, you're listening to the hottest radio on the planet, the whole universe. Earground Radio. You already know. New voices.